Whew. All right, guys. So here we go. Sitting on the couch, chilling with you guys. We got a Q&A coming. You guys have asked 4,000 questions. Clearly, I can't answer 4,000 questions, but I'm gonna answer as many as I can. I got here, and we're gonna go through them. We're gonna see what comes out of this. We'll see what happens here. First question here from William says, when you don't record, do you still use the chair of shame? Absolutely I do, because it's actually a really comfortable chair. I bought it. Unfortunately, you can't really see it on my other set in the camera just because it sits so low, but it's a really comfortable chair, so I chair of shame it all the time. All right, so Jaruk Perut, I'm sorry I probably butchered your name, asked, do you have any tips for Brawl Stars beginners at YouTube? Absolutely. So I think the biggest tip that I could give anybody starting YouTube is to 100% be yourself. If you're a goofball like myself, well then be a goofball. If you're serious, be serious. Just cater your content to what your personality is and always be honest with yourself and your audience about who you are, which I don't mean like giving out your personal information. I mean like being who you are, being honest about who you are. Don't try to be someone that you're not. And secondly, if you're going to make a video, it's gonna have to be good, especially if you're starting off. It's gotta stand out from the crowd. It's gotta be special. If you try to make a video just like somebody else, unless you're just really lucky, which doesn't happen very often, you know, you're probably not gonna get noticed. But then again, if you're doing it just for fun, then it shouldn't matter anyways. All right, so HB asks, and HB, first off, I see that channel membership badge. Thank you so much, HB, for being a member to this channel. Channel members actually got preference to video questions because I put out a special members only post asking you guys, all my members, what kind of questions you'd get preference. And if it was a good question, it's in here. So if you want to be a channel member, there's a link in the description to let you know how to become that. You get some cool, you know, chat emojis that you can use in, you know, video comments. But even if you can't, or you don't want to, or you can't afford to, thank you so much just for watching, you know, watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. He asked, hey Lex, I wanted to know what was Mrs. Lex's reaction when you told her, honey, from now on I will be playing video games for a living. Was she mad at you or was she cool with it? I think that her reaction was more like, probably not going to work out, but sure, whatever, you go for that. But that was very early on. Once she started to see that this could become a reality, even then she was still like, yeah, I don't know, you got a 9-to-5 job. But then once it got to a certain point, she was actually behind me, but it took a long time to get her to that point. Demigod asks, but the question we all want to know is who is truly the best overall Brawl Stars player out of you, Kairos, Pat, OJ, Ben, and Ray? I'd say we're all decently close. There's not a huge gap in skill between any of us, really. Probably the best two players are Ben and Ray. Clash with Brawl and Sam asks, when you were a boy, what did you want to be when you grew up? I wanted to be a detective, like a police officer. I've always had a pretty strong sense of, you know, morals, and I want to see things done right and help other people. And so I wanted to be a detective, actually, a police officer, but specifically a detective when I grew up. Please give us a tour of your gaming setup. Well, I do have a whole video that I'm gonna be showing off once I get this space done, which it's not, but just for you guys, a little sneak peek, just a little bit. Why don't you show your whole family in a video? That's a pretty simple question because not all of my family is comfortable being on camera. If they want to be in a video, cool, let's do it. If not, well, you know, I'll never try to force them to be. Raven Pug says, I know your name is John, but what does Lex mean? So Lex was a part of a username that I used for a long time in games. For a couple decades, I actually hand-built acoustic guitars, and anybody who hand-builds stringed instruments is known as a luthier, L-U-T-H-I-E-R, luthier. And I use the name Lex Luthier as a play on words of Lex Luthor, you know, the evil villain. And I just used the name Lex Luthier, and then when I started my channel, I wanted it to be shorter than that long name, so I just used Lex, and that's how my channel name came to be. Benzilla asks, what was my lifestyle like growing up? Very poor. We were very, very poor. So my parents divorced when I was about 5-6 years old. I don't really remember exactly, but we moved to California after my parents divorced, and my mom went to school, you know, as a single parent raising my sister and myself, was in school because she was trying to become a teacher. We lived off of about $25 a week. My mom cleaned a barbershop once a week for $25, and that's what we lived off of. Well, that and welfare, government assistance. And my mother worked insanely hard to provide for us, give us some semblance of a life, as well as putting herself through school so she could become a teacher. It wasn't until about high school, when we moved back to Oklahoma, my mom finally got her teaching degree and we moved back to Oklahoma. I'd never even really realized that we were really poor, to be honest. I was a happy kid. I had a happy childhood. I didn't realize that we were dirt poor. Maybe I didn't have the stuff that other people did, but we would get just some normal Visqueen and put it on the ground and put some dish soap on it, and that would be my slip and slide, and we'd have fun that way. It was life. It was just normal life, and I didn't realize that I was poor and that we were really poor growing up until I was probably about high school or even beyond that. Looking back, I was like, wow, we were poor. Yeah, we were poor, but my mom, who is the true hero here, because she worked her butt off to provide myself and our family a better life, and she knew that she had to do something and strive for that dream, that goal that she wanted, and work really hard to make it a reality so that we could have a better life as a family. So my mom, she's the real hero. Pancake says, be honest, do you feel like dancing during Ray's dance parties at the end of Team Tribe videos? All right, so no, I don't, because I am a horrible, horrible dancer. Gotcha Muffin says, did Kairos introduce you to one of the YouTubers that are on Tribe now? No. So I think the first time I met most of these guys was long before Tribe was ever a thing. Was at the global launch stream for Brawl Stars. We actually recorded it in April, went out to Helsinki and recorded the live stream there. And while I was there, I met with like Clash with Ash, Powerbang, OJ, Molt, Alvaro. This is the first time I actually met Kairos in person, but no, he didn't introduce me to any of them. I knew all these guys before we ever started Tribe, or before Pat ever started Tribe and invited me into it. Jeff Choi says, how much money do you spend on Brawl Stars in total? Like, ever? Dude, I don't even know. I honestly don't know the answer to that question. It's a lot. If I had to wager a guess, and this is totally just a guess, $5,000, which is a lot of money. Dang, that's a lot of money. So how much does Code Lex help you and your family? This is a happy bear. That's a bear? Code Lex helps me way more than I could possibly say, honestly. Okay, true story. Last month, YouTube revenue has been down since COVID, like considerably down, like 40 to 50% down. So I'm making a lot less money off of YouTube than I, really almost ever have in the past year. And last month, if you looked at my YouTube revenue, I wouldn't have had enough money to pay for my family's expenses, like rent and food and clothes and everything that it takes to keep a family of 9 going. And what I couldn't afford through YouTube, Code Lex. So legit, no lie, you guys helped provide for 7 kids, myself and my wife, and my dog and cat because of Code Lex. So if there's anything more to express than thank you, then I'm doing that right now. But all I know how to do is say thank you, and I really do appreciate you guys. What will you do after 5 to 7 years when Brawl Stars gets outdated? I don't know. Look at Clash of Clans. It's still going after 8 or 9 years. Still going strong, but my hope is that, Supercell comes out with a game that is really good. Like Rush Wars, whenever I went out to Finland and saw the launch of that, I kind of knew at that point it didn't have the depth, and it wasn't a game that I really would want to play on my channel. And then Heyday Pop they've come out with, which we still don't know if it's going global or not, but it's a fun game, but it's not one that really you can make content on for YouTube. So my hope is that over the next however many years, Supercell would come out with a few more really awesome games that I would love to play on the channel, and be like OJ, where he covers multiple games on the channel. That would be awesome. I would really like to do that. Bunch of questions here from Vic Plays Z. What did you used to do before you started YouTube? I was a technician. Did you lose hope when you didn't get views at the beginning? No, I didn't, because I was doing it just for fun. I would get videos with 20 views and I'm like, whoa, 20 people watched that video? What the heck? I was really excited about 20 views. So I didn't get upset, because I wasn't expecting anything, and I don't think anybody who starts a YouTube channel should expect instant success. You're setting yourself up for failure and for disappointment if you do. When's my birthday? July 24th. Why did I start playing Brawl Stars? The very first time I ever played it, I'd watched the stream and I thought it just looked okay, and then I went and downloaded it the first day it came out, June 15, 2017, and I was hooked. I loved it. I thought it was just a great concept of a game. It was unlike anything else really in the space at the time, and I had a blast playing it. What kind of car do I have? I drive a very humble car. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called a Bugatti Veyron. All right, it's a Mazda 6. It's just a family sedan. It's kind of a sporty looking sedan, but it's just a 4-door family car. It's a Mazda 6. What's the best video on my channel? Dude, I have no clue. I know some of the ones I've put the most work into are my mockumentary, the truth videos. Those probably take the most work. Who is my favorite Brawl Stars YouTuber? That's a really tough one as well, because I don't watch Brawl Stars on YouTube. I just don't. But Kairos, any of the tribe guys, they're my favorites. Who is your non-Brawl Stars favorite YouTuber? So I've been setting up the shop, and this is recency bias, but I've been setting up the studio, and I've been learning a lot about videography and lighting and sets, and so I've been watching a lot of a guy named Gerald Undone. His videos are very technical, but he's got a very dry, funny sense of humor, and I really enjoy his stuff. You guys go check out Gerald Undone. Tell him Lex sent you. How old am I, and how old are my kids? I am 39. Okay, I'm actually 40, but I keep telling my kids I'm 39, so we're just gonna go with 39. I've been 39 for a while now. I'm gonna keep being 39. My kids range from 5 years old up to 18 years old. In fact, when this video goes out, it's probably my oldest daughter's 18th birthday, so my first kid is officially an adult now. Holy crap, I'm old. Did you notice I skipped question number 9? No, I did not. Mr. Fantastic got a bunch of questions here. You know what? Mr. Fantastic has some questions, but I'm tired of sitting down. I'm gonna go stand up for a second. Be right there. Mr. Fantastic, huh? What's my favorite color? Blue and purple? If you can't tell. Who's my second favorite brawler after Crow? Would probably be Brock. I think he's a lot of fun to play. What would your life be like if Brawl Stars didn't exist? I would probably still be a technician making Clash Royale videos just for fun. Will we be seeing any of my other kids on the channel? That depends on them. If they ask and they want to be on a video, sure, absolutely you will. If not, then no. Were you sad when your Brawl Ball map Sneaky Fields was removed? Yeah. I mean, but it got removed once, and then it came back, and then it got removed again. So I think that they just like to cycle maps, and I think eventually it'll come back into the game. When will Can You Dig It come back? He always makes me laugh. I mean, I don't know. Hey, are you ever going to come back on the channel?
Man, I come back whenever I want, yo.
There you go. If you could say something to 10-year-old Lex, what would you say to him? I would say, dude, that guy in 5th grade that's going to pinch your girlfriend's butt, don't go kick him and then beat him up, because you're going to get suspended for 5 days, and it's not going to be worth it because your girlfriend's going to dump you in like a week. It's a true story. But also, I would probably say that, and something that I think I kind of knew, but I never really realized until later on, and a little bit later on in life, and I think it's a good thing, so all you 10-year-olds listen. Anything in life worth something, really, really worth something, never comes easy. You have to work for it. You have to struggle for it. You have to be okay with that struggle. You have to be okay with, as my agent told me the other day, you have to be okay with being miserable to achieve something really great. Why do I wear caps even when I'm shooting? Well, so I grew up, I played baseball from the time I was a very little child all the way up through college. I was actually really good. Had lots of scholarship offers, but so I'm very comfortable wearing a baseball cap. Now, I'd always wear it backwards, because if I wear it frontwards, then you get this weird shadow, on my eyes, and then I have to crank up the lights to make that go away. So it's easier just to, put it on backwards. That way you guys can see my beautiful face. Aaron says, do you get a kickback even though we spend gems that we have saved from the game, not bought using money? Love you too, man. No. If there are gems that you got for free, like on the Brawl Pass, and they're not paid gems, then no, we don't get any kickback from that. You have to spend gems that you've paid for. So if you use my code when you spend the gems, not when you buy them, if you use my code when you spend the gems that you've paid money for, then we get a kickback. Connor says, will you do anything special when you reach 1 million subscribers? Big if I make it there. That's up to you guys. If you're not subscribed, what are you doing, man? Subscribe now. Yes, I do have something planned. I want to do a Draw My Life. I've started writing the story, but my life has been just wild. How does it feel to look after 7 kids, make YouTube videos, and actually have a life at the same time? It's hectic. There's never a dull moment at my house, and it's a lot of work taking care of 7 kids, and probably the burden of that responsibility falls upon my wife, so, she's a hero here as well, not me. It's crazy, and they probably get the short end of the stick because I'm always working. I'm always grinding away, trying to provide a better life for everybody, and I wish I could see them more. So let me wrap up this video so I can, get home. I can't understand your inside job videos that are posted for, are they posted for fun or is it really happening in Brawl Stars community? Okay, so you must be talking about like my mockumentary videos, like the Spike's Truth or the Mortis Hats video. No, those are just for fun. They're actually filmed in like a 48 hours mystery, like a crime drama style video. And I just take a topic that I think could, I could write something up that would be fun. And they're just creative videos that I like to do occasionally. They're a ton of work. Although the reason why you guys have a Mortis top hat skin, it wasn't originally there when they redesigned Mortis. Who pressed to get that top hat Mortis? Who made a big stink and helped the community rally with me to get that top hat Mortis skin? It's your boy Lex right here. You're welcome. So whenever you buy anything out of the shop using gems that you've paid for while using my code, I get a small kickback percentage of the money that you spend. TK Brawl Stars wants to know about Season 3, some leaks or something. Okay. Nobody's here? Nobody's watching? All right, so the only thing that I could really tell you guys, I think I can say this without getting too much trouble. Maybe. I don't know. Shh, don't tell anybody. And that is that the rarity of the next Brawler is going to be a... Gian Lucas says, how hard is it being a YouTuber / streamer? I hinted on this before, but it's a ton of work. And I actually think that streaming is more work than YouTube, or at least it's a different style. It's more of a grind, I think, in some ways, because you're constantly on camera. You're constantly basically giving a live performance. And I know even after streaming for a couple hours, I'm like exhausted. It's like I'm done. With YouTube, I can grind pretty much all day, and making videos, you get to be more creative than just, a stream. So I think it fits my personality better to make YouTube videos. Black Ninja says, how well do you play off of camera? That's actually a good question, and I think a lot of people don't realize that whenever you're playing and recording your commentary as well as playing, you don't play as well as you actually can because your brain is split between trying to be entertaining and give decent commentary as well as playing at a decent level, and something gets sacrificed between the two. Give it a try yourself. Record yourself while playing and trying to do commentary. I bet you're going to be surprised how bad either your playing or your commentary is. And if both of them are really awesome, well then you should start a YouTube channel. Pro Newbie says, why did you like Brawl Stars and what was my favorite childhood game? Why did I like Brawl Stars? Because it was very fun. It was easy to pick up, but it was harder to learn. It was deeper than you thought it was, and the games are really short. I liked the characters because of all the different styles and the different ways that you played them. It was just a very fun game. Childhood game, I would say The Legend of Zelda on the original Nintendo Entertainment System. The gold cartridge, I still have my original Nintendo and the gold cartridge Zelda. Have I ever played for the finals or the semifinals of Brawl Stars? So never in like a official competition, but right before the global launch of Brawl Stars, we were all in Finland, and myself, Kairos, and Ash were a team, and we competed against about 50 other people, other big content creators. We ended up winning, and my prize was actually this. I got an iPad Pro. That was my prize for winning first place in the global launch stream. But speaking of tournaments, I'm actually going to be in the YouTube VidCon this year on the 27th of August over on the YouTube VidCon channel. Check that out because there's going to be a celebration of mobile gaming where I play PUBG, Brawl Stars, and Clash Royale against some other really big names to play for $50,000 for charity. So we'll see who wins there, but you guys tune in because it's going to be a lot of fun. How do you stream and talk at the same time, like with someone on a call or something? Okay, so I usually just, like if I'm doing a collab, we'll use Discord, and the other person will record their audio. I'll record my audio. We'll sync it up beforehand, but yeah, we use Discord. And if you're not a member of my Discord channel, discord.gg/LexBrawl. Come join the Discord channel. Hang out with us, man. Trude says, here's a rapid fire. Cat or dog? Dog. Tea or coffee? Coffee. Mountains or beach? Mountains. Love your content. Oh, thank you very much. Do you think that you are like a weirdo in front of your family? I'm a weirdo everywhere, man. I mean, I'm just a goofball, and that's okay. Everybody's weird in their own little way, right? I mean, so if you're a little bit of a weirdo, then be a weirdo, man. Don't ever try to push down who you are and try to suppress who you are just to try to impress somebody else or because you're scared of what somebody else may think of you. Always be yourself in life. If you try to impress other people and you live your life trying to fit in, you're in for a long haul. What music do I listen to? I listen to a wide variety of music. I like all types of music. The only type of music I really don't like is like really heavy, like death metal, like the I'm gonna kill your death. If you like it, cool, but that's just not my style of music. I listen to just a wide variety from hip hop, rap, pop, folk music, classical, jazz. I mean, all kinds of stuff. Is my actual name Lex? No, it's John. How old are all of your kids? Again, from the youngest is 5, the oldest is 18 today. Happy birthday, Faith, again. Why don't some people use code Lex? Because they're lame. No, I mean, you should really, honestly, just use whatever creator, is your favorite or has the most kids. If I was hired to be the head game developer of Brawl Stars, what changes would I implement the next few seasons, and what type of brawlers and game modes would I like to see? P.S. Remove the teamers. Yes, please. If I was the head Brawl Stars developer, if I was Frank, the things that I would focus in on would be club features. That's a big one. There's no real reason to be in a club right now, and I think that needs to change. So there needs to be some social features that makes it worthwhile to be in a club. Types of brawlers, I don't know. We don't have another healer, right? Just Pam and Poco. Let's give it one more real healer. Game mode, present plunder. Come back as capture the flag, but better. Do it. Do you ever get seen on the street and recognized as Lex from the viewers? It's happened a couple times, but I don't ever go out very much. So, I mean, the last time it happened, I was at 7-Eleven. I got like a Red Bull at 7-Eleven. When I walked out, there was a young guy. He was like, "Hey, are you Lex?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You're cool, man." And his mom was with him, and she said, "Can we take a picture? Because he really likes your stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I took a picture with the guy, and I remember him commenting on a video right after that, saying that he met me. So that's pretty cool. Have I ever been bald? But I'm not bald now. So have I been bald and then grew my hair back? You know what? Even as a baby, I came out as a baby with a full head of hair. Although if I was bald, this is what I'd look like. That's actually the top of Bruce Willis's head on me. What was the first game that I played? Oh, that's going to have to go back to Atari 2600. It was the first console I ever had, and it was a game called Fishing Derby. It was just a very basic, like you just took your Atari joystick and you like moved it up and down and you tried to catch fish and not get eaten by a shark. My question is, can you change your lights on yourselves to green for a video? Better than you? How about this? I'll do it right now for you. I can change those colors of light. You said you want green? Let's go with green, all right? Let's just do it. Boom, there you go. Green just for you, all right? How's that green looking back there? I don't think it looks very good with my color of walls, but it's green for the moment. Not a question, but I just wanted to see you play guitar. I can play guitar. I'm gonna have to go sit down on the couch for that, but let me grab my guitar and we'll go over to the couch. All right, here we go. Back at the couch again. All right, so you want me to play guitar? I'm not a great guitar player. Let's set this right over here. My top 5 video games. Whoa, that's a tough one. Game that I've spent more time on than any other game ever, even more than Brawl Stars, is going to be World of Warcraft. The Legend of Zelda, the original NES Legend of Zelda. Brawl Stars, of course, because I love the game and it's literally changed mine and my family's life. Stardew Valley is a really great game. It's very wholesome and it's just fun. I just love that game. And then maybe Minecraft or Halo. I've spent a lot of time in Minecraft, probably more so than Halo, but I loved Halo as a kid, played it a lot. So 5 games, maybe, there you go. Am I human? I mean, yeah, I'm definitely human. I don't know why that you would think that I would be, yeah, human. Don't worry about it. At school, were you a good kid? And have I always wanted to be a YouTuber? No, I wanted to be a police officer growing up. Was I a good kid? I don't know. Let's call my mom and ask her. All right, my microphone's up here, so if I hold my phone up, see what mom has to say.
Hello.
Hey mom, so I'm actually recording right now, and you're live on my recording, and I've got one question for you.
Sure.
When I was a kid, was I a good kid?
Yes, you were a good kid. Bit on the ornery side and feisty, but you were good.
So I was feisty, but I was a good kid.
Pretty good. Heck yeah.
Wait. You're like, wait, pretty good? What's this pretty good business?
I'm thinking about you.
You're starting to think of all the bad things that I did. All right, end of call. See you. I love you, Mom. All right, so there we go. Yeah, I was a good kid. Is Sawyer my oldest kid? No, Faith is my oldest kid. She's turning 18 today. Everybody say in the comments, tell Faith happy birthday. Another channel member, Sora. Oh, and look at that badge. It's a special one. The longer you remember, the cooler badge you get. Do you have a dog? Yes, I do. His name is Dexter. Actually, his name is Poindexter, but we call him Dexter. And if you're really lazy, like myself, we just call him Dex. So yes, I have a dog named Dex. He is actually a Cavachon, which I think is a mix between a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel and a Brejon Frise. He's a white little fluffy dog, and he's super nice. He's like really friendly. And if you're gone for more than 10 minutes, more like 5 minutes, when you walk back in the front door, he is so excited to see you. He jumps all over you, and he's just, you know, my mom just texted me, says, you will pay for hanging up on me. Yeah, right, Mom. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for the questions. Hope you guys enjoyed a lot of question and answers with Lex. Got some more videos coming up very soon. Update should be not too far around the corner. We hope. We'll see. I got some predictions for you guys. Stay tuned for that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. And as always, until next time, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out.